to the pilots of the Imperium, I just threw down the gauntlets. We're going to be fighting uphill against our peer who has every advantage. We'll have to prove who we are.
Now, we're going to be putting ourselves to the test. Brave Collective will deploy to the Geminid region alongside the Imperium in order to engage and destroy any Winter Coalition forces and their affiliates in the area. We want some payback. Good hunting, Brave.
Hello, Brave Collective. My name is Kel Drosto, and this is your report from the front line from the first 2 weeks of our campaign. Now, we're actually not on the front line of the campaign because the front line of the campaign is about 30 miles that way. However, what I do know is that the state of Brave is strong. Now, the first report is, of course, the Atioth fight, the third largest fight of EVE Online's history. The Atioth fight hurt, but we bounced back pretty quickly. We lost a number of Titans. However, within a few days, each and every one of those Titans was replaced. We have also taken on several of the Fraternity extraction fleets very successfully after the fight had come to a conclusion. A number of Fraternity assets tried logging in, and we gained grid control extremely quickly after that fight, which just goes to show the bloodthirst and determination of the Imperium. Now, we have had a wide toasting campaign of Geminid. For anyone that doesn't know what toasting means, it is entosis. It is the taking of sovereignty. Test Alliance held sovereignty in Geminid, which was the front line. They have now lost all of their sovereignty and no longer hold any space. This collapsed extremely quickly. Now, we've had a number of large fights over the past week or so. Of particular note are fights in MTAC-M over the MTAC-M Sov Hub, where we flash formed very quickly, forming approximately 3,000 to 4,000 people in system at the time, to the tune of about 1.1 trillion. We formed a few days later in the system of 9 TAC-G in Vale of the Silent to try and crack an iHub there, forming a very similar number of people, and many ships had been exploded. This is all in AUTZ, CNTZ, and so we have been getting some really fantastic content. Now, we need lots and lots of people in fleet. We have been getting some really good numbers from Brave in these time zones. We've been getting upwards of about 100 people at the tail end of this time zone. However, at the beginning of the time zone, we could really do with some more people. So if you are online or anywhere near your computer and you see a ping for a Stratop, please, if you can, jump on your computer and get in fleet. The more people we have, the cooler ships we can fly, and the more impact that we can have in this war. Now, we are a very key part of the Imperium strategy for the campaign against Winter Co. We are one of the biggest alliances in Winter Coalition outside of Goonswarm, and we can definitely carry the punch that comes with that. Now, on a side point from the campaign is the Anger Games. Now, admittedly, I don't keep up with the Anger Games. However, I have been informed that we are through to the lower bracket after some very tough games, and we would encourage people to watch along on the CCP and EVE tournament channels on Twitch. Now, one thing that is really, really important to me that I would like to touch on is people's conduct within the game. Now, if you will have seen, there has been an announcement from Jinx about staying classy and our number one rule. He doesn't often do those pings, but that came from a very particular incident. Now, I want to just remind people that whatever you do, we are playing an internet spaceship game, and that's what it is. It's a game. And so try and keep everything within the game. Don't ever make personal attacks against people. Keep it in the game. Don't ever bring the real world into this, because we're all here to have fun at the end of the day. And we want to spend our time having fun. We don't want to be throwing insults or calling people out. And that's not something that is ever going to be tolerated in Brave. Now, I more than welcome a bit of local trash talk. I am a terrible trash talker, but I will quite happily throw some herf and blurfs in local and then take shit for it later. But that's okay. Now, we have a very big timer coming up on Tuesday. And so make sure that you're keeping an eye on your pings. Don't break yourself to be there. But it's about as max form can be without calling a full emergency CTA. So if you're near your computer, you can be near your computer, get online, get in fleet, watch your pings. The most important thing is have fun, stay strong, and be brave.